Seriously, it never fails that every time I try to do one of these videos, I'm constantly being distracted. As soon as I hit the record button, my neighbor's landscaping company shows up and they're in front of me doing landscaping, of course. So if you guys hear anything, I'm sorry. I have delayed this video for about 3 weeks because there's always something interrupting me. So we're just going to go power through it. So anyway, if this is your first video of mine on a Saturday, these are my therapy sessions, my tutorial therapy sessions. This is where I'm just going to chit chat with you guys about life in general, what's going on, and I'm just going to do my makeup. Most of my face complexion stuff is already done. I only did bronzer because I always look washed out if I don't put bronzer on, but I will put blush and highlighter right now with you guys, and then we're going to do our eye look. So let me just grab my blanket wipey thing that I normally have, and then we'll get started. All right, I zoomed you guys in as best as I possibly can. Today's a look, I actually asked you guys what you guys wanted me to use, and somebody mentioned this palette, so I'm going to pull this out. This is the Beach Cosmetics Weekend Festival palette. This is one of my favorite palettes for a long time, and I haven't used it in a while, and I do want this to look more used than abused, so here we are. This will probably stay outside or out of my drawers for a while because I really do want to use it. So let me do my face first. Anything I use will be down in the description box because I may forget to tell you guys, but that's okay. You guys know the drill with everything. Let me do my highlighter first. You guys, I have been using these BK Beauty brushes. These are so good. I know they're a bit expensive. I know that. But the same goes with Sigma, and I gotta tell you, I hesitated with Sigma for a long time, and now that I have them, I love my brushes, and they've lasted me. I've had my Sigma brushes since about 2013, 2012, and not one has been ruined, and I wash my brushes on a weekly basis, you guys, and they're still kicking strong. So I have a feeling that these BK Beauty ones are going to be the same. Oh, these are amazing. These are an investment, but a good investment. Because if you have good tools, no matter what crappy products you have, they'll still come out really nice on your face. So that's all I'm going to say about these. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'm trying not to hit my brushes and ruin them, like the ferrule part, and dent them. I don't think I dented it, did I? Let me check. No, I didn't. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right, I'm going to use this Fenty Beauty Hustler Baby. I haven't used this one in a while. So we're going to put this on. I'm using some of my Shop My Stash items as well. Oh, I did it again. Anyway, so welcome to a therapy session. Today we have a lot to talk about. I literally just got off the phone with a neighbor of mine. It is that time of year where parents are knowing our township has free pre-K program for 3 and 4-year-olds. The 3-year-olds, it's a lottery and it's hard to get into. 4-year-olds are a lot easier. You're most of the time, as long as there's enough space, you'll get in as a 4-year-old. I'm going to use this blush from my Shop My Stash, and look at this. Like, I love this brush from BK Beauty. I love it. Anyway, so my neighbor just texted me saying that her son did not get in, which is a shame. She has 2 kids, a newborn. He's about 5 months old, and she just told me that she's upset because she was hoping that he would get in to save herself money because she's paying about $2 grand a month just on daycare for the 2 kids. That is ridiculous. This is the main reason why I quit my job and became a stay-at-home mom almost 5 years ago, because I knew that putting a 1-year-old and a newborn into a daycare was going to be my whole paycheck and some, and then I was going to be exhausted. I'm basically paying somebody else to raise my kids. And when we looked at our finances, we had to sacrifice quite a few things, but I was able to raise my kids. So everyone has their own things that they got to do, you know. Everyone's lives are different. Some people just can't afford to quit their job, and I understand that. I got lucky that I was able to, so that's the main reason why I'm home. It just sucks. Daycare's so expensive, you guys. If you really want to have a permanent job where you know you're going to be needed forever, run a daycare, because everyone's going to need a daycare at one point or another. I was blessed enough to be able to stay home, but I get her frustration because she was hoping to be able to at least alleviate that. So that's the one thing that I was just talking to her about. So that's what's on my mind. But anyway, Okay, so let's get on to the eyeballs. You guys see how peachy and beautiful my blushes are? I just did my nails last night too. I have been loving my Wet n Wild nail polishes. Now, mine are like a good 5-6 years old, but I love them. This one is called Club Havana. I really like it. So anyway, all right, so I'm going to use this palette. And I am testing out these brushes for a haul coming up soon. So these are not my BK Beauty ones, but I'm going to use these on my eyeballs. I don't know what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to figure this out. I know I want to use this. This is my Bodyography glitter pigment in Prism. I want to use this one, so I'm going to stick to warm tones, oranges, and brownsies. Maybe I should do that. I'm going to start out with mixing these two. I'm going to mix these two. This is a satin and this is a matte, but I'm going to mix them both because I don't want it to be too orange. So anyway, how you guys been? I have tried so hard to film this, like I said, multiple times. And I know you guys are exhausted from me talking about my allergies, but that's the main reason why I wasn't able to post another one of these in April. And today was also going to be canceled because Mr. Man is building a pavilion in our backyard. We purchased a pavilion back in like March, April. And we were just waiting for the weather to warm up because this thing is huge. It's huge. It's like a 12 by 12 pavilion. And I don't know if I mentioned to you guys, but our backyard gets like full sun. And since we cut down so many trees when we first moved in to have a backyard, the sun really beams on the back of our house. So we needed some sort of shelter in a way to be able to sit back there. And we looked into like getting a deck built back there with the roof and stuff, but that's like tens of thousands of dollars we can't afford. And then we tried an awning. Is that what you call them? Awnings? Our patio's size is like a commercial size. So they're like, yeah, you're going to be paying commercial price for that. So this was our last option. Something that we can at least use in the meantime until we can save up to build a really nice deck back there. Because we normally don't sit in our backyard in the summer because it's way too hot. We normally sit in the front yard. And our back patio is going away, so we bought this. So he almost, look at that. I didn't want to go too orange, and here I am. He didn't want to go, what do you call it? He wanted me to help him with it because it's a 2-person job. So I told him, I said, do you not want me to film to help you? And he goes, no, just go film. I'll deal with it when you're done. So after I'm done, I'm going to go help him out. I don't even have my powder with me. Can I use? No. I'm going to have to buff this one out. This is way too orange. Give me a moment. I'm just going to grab my Fall Festival, my Project Pan one. I'm just going to use this color right here to buff out and try to get some of that orange gone. There we go. Because it's way too bright. So anyway, that's what we've been up to, you guys. Just trying to prep for the summertime. Trying to prep for, you know, now that things are becoming better. A lot of people are now with getting the vaccine and things that it just feels a lot safer for us to do things. So that's the story of my life right now, you guys. Just trying to set it up. Mr. Man's about to get busy with his job, so I am trying to get my sanity. I actually was considering this, you guys. You guys know that I have these 2 big windows in front of me. I was actually considering starting at the end of May to maybe get rid of all my lighting and just put it in the back so then it's like a lot brighter back there. But using only the natural lighting, like up close to the window. What do you guys think of that? Should I do it? I don't know if it'll work. I'm a little bit nervous about that, but I actually do want to try it and see how it works. Okay, I'm going to go with Escape, which is right over here. It's a brownie. Put on the outer V. This palette is old, but let me tell you, the pigmentation is still there. Take care of your stuff. It's still there. This look might be boring to some, but I do like my neutrals with color too. So speaking of not using stuff and rotating stuff, I've actually been contemplating something, you guys, and hear me out before you freak out. I am considering not fully canceling project panning. How do I put this before anybody freaks out? I don't know what my project pan future is going to be. And not because I don't like project panning anymore. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. I know. Listen, Linda, listen. The more, like this year, I'm currently doing 5 project pans at the moment, and I only want to do 5. I don't want to add more than 5. But I realized something this year, and that is the fact that a lot of my products in my collection are no longer deluxe sample size or things that are quick and easy to pan. So I've noticed that if I do continue project panning, a lot of the things that are left over is things that are long-term and hard to document on a monthly basis without being boring or repetitive, if that makes any sense. My collection is getting to a point where project panning may not be my sole thing, because a lot of my things that I would use quickly, I have minimized. My goal was to completely minimize a lot of my liquid products in my collection, which I have done. I am down to 3 foundations. I think I have 4 concealers, 1 cream bronzer, 3 cream blushes. And then the rest of the stuff that will go bad is more like lipsticks, which I'm not forcing myself to like have to use before they die, or like eye cream products, which are also difficult to pan. Everything else that I have in my collection at this point, it's gonna be hard to pan. So I keep thinking, like, do I slow down on project pans and just rethink about what it is that I want to do on my channel? I know you guys love me project panning, and I'm not gonna stop, but it's just, I'm trying to figure this out. This is a thought process that I'm having. This is not going to happen tomorrow. This is not going to happen this year. It may happen in another 2 years or so. I'm going to use the prism. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I'm just already thinking ahead because I don't want to be caught like, yeah, I can't pan 10 blushes and expect to get any progress and expect you guys to enjoy watching me project pan if it's not something exciting. Like, I can project pan my blushes, but those take so long to pan. I could do a usage goal maybe on things and rotate them more often. Like, I'm just playing around with these ideas in my head because I know that my reasoning for project panning was to minimize certain categories in my collection, and I've done very well with that, but I have to prep for that time when I no longer have easy stuff where I could churn in projects. So I think at this point I've already established that I won't do no more than 5 project pans at a time because I don't have enough things that'll go quickly for me to. There's only so much makeup I put on my face, and as I get older, I don't want my face to look crepey and piled on with makeup just to show progress, just to use everything always on my face. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to always pile on the makeup and layers to tally marks or to know that I'm using something. That's not what I want to do. I sometimes just want to use one eyeshadow. Sometimes I just want to use one all cream products on my face and no powder. Like, I don't know, I'm trying to figure this out, and I'm not saying that I'm stopping project pans. I know you guys absolutely love my pan those eyeshadows, which I have fun doing too, and I don't deprive myself from other palettes or singles or pigments, as you guys can see, because I do my shop my stash, which helps to remind me of products that I really like. So I think I'll continue always to pan those eyeshadows. I think I'll always continue deck of panning. I think that's so much fun because it's so random. You don't know what you're going to get. The graveyard one I really like because it's resurrecting things that I never finished. Pan that palette. That one I'm teeter-tottering on because I can always put a face palette in a project pan. But I don't know if you guys would be wanting for me. Oh my goodness, a second landscaping company. I told you guys, I don't know if you guys been following me for a while, I told you that we are probably 1, 2, 3 neighbors are the only neighbors that do not contract a landscaping company to do our yards. Like, we do it ourselves. So I'm always, this is the time of year where everyone's coming out. I gotta figure out everyone's schedule, because that way I can film in the summer and not have to worry about landscaping. So I know they come on Wednesday, Thursdays. Our neighbors got a new landscaping company because the other guy screwed them over. It's another story. So I got to figure out their schedule, so then I know not to film those days or those hours. Anyway, back to the project panning, because I know some of you guys are like, don't do it, Alex. I want you to. I'll do a poll to see what you guys want me to do. Is pan that face palette something you really like to see? I guess I'll have to look at the analytics to see which project pans really get the most views. Partners in Cream I really enjoy, because I can always put a cream product in there and not have to worry about it. That's so pretty. What's the other project I do? Deck of panning, pan that face palette. Yeah, I think those are all of them. Yep, graveyard, pan that face palette, pan those eyeshadows, Partners in Cream, and deck of panning. So those are the 5. And those are the 5 that I'll probably stick with, because they're rolling. One of them is only 6 months. My pan that face palette, I can always just pick one palette and figure out. But again, my palettes are also getting harder and harder as the years go. Whatever's on this brush, I'm just going to put on the lower lash line. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I know a lot of you guys are probably like, don't quit, Alex. Don't quit. I'm not going to try to quit. I'm just figuring things out. Trying to prep for the future, because I don't like to be caught off guard, especially if it's something that I could be proactive on. I'm going to grab Flash and put on my lower lash line with whatever's left on this brush. You guys, so my kids do sports in school, not in school, like outside of school. And I'll tell you, I am so glad that I am not a coach or assistant coach or anything. Props to anybody who does coaching, because, oh my gosh, it's not the kids that ruin the sport, it's the parents that ruin the sport for the child. There are parents out there that swear that their kids are the next superstar, that they don't listen to opinion. If the coach does something that they don't like, oh my goodness, you're attacking my child, you're segregating my kid, you're, pointing out my, like, it's just so bad. It's just, wow, I can't believe. You think dance moms are bad? No, there is a dance mom in every sport. Every sport has those, and it's not moms, it's dads too. Dads are the worst. Dads don't know how to control their temper. Boy, have I seen quite a few. And they're a lot more of a baby than women are. I think women are more two-faced in the sense of they'll act one way in front of you but talk behind your back, and then they don't think it gets back to you, but it does. And you're probably wondering, how in the world do I know all this stuff? Oh goodness. Two of my kids do soccer. One of them did dance. I'm not a problem parent. At least, no, I keep my mouth shut. I completely keep my mouth shut. I don't say anything. And there are parents that are just kids. These kids are from like age 9 to 12. And these parents are already thinking about college. And let me put it to you in perspective. It's good that you're thinking ahead for your child, but 9 to 12-year-olds are just hitting puberty. So their physical body changes, their moods start to change. They're getting into middle school, going into high school. They're being exposed to more sports, because you can only do so much recreational sports outside of school. Like, there's not many townships that'll provide a lot of outdoor activities unless you're paying for it privately, like swimming classes or volleyball or fencing, that kind of stuff. So schools will share more programs with your child. So your child's going to be exposed to more sports, which in turn may allow your child to lose interest in this sport and want to try other things. And let's not forget that they start to have love interests, that puppy love in high school, that first boyfriend, girlfriend, group of friends that they just want to hang out with, go to the movies with, go out to eat, go to the boardwalk with. Like, these parents don't remember all these things as kids, so then they're thinking that their kids are always going to love soccer. They're always going to be living, eating, breathing soccer. And they're not being realistic with themselves, and they're putting so much pressure on their child. You know that your child is going through so much. If your child is crying on the sidelines between the age of 9 and 12, crying to the coach saying that the reason why they're crying is because they're frustrated that their teammates are not working together, are not opening up to pass the ball, or whatever it is. What 9 to 12-year-old thinks that way? Not many. It's the parents putting it in their heads, because I know my kids aren't like that, and I know a lot of kids like that. Even me at 9 to 12 years old, I would play basketball. I didn't think that way. I didn't cry because of it. I just was happy that I was out in the sport and enjoying it. And these coaches are reminding the parents, you gotta keep it exciting and fun for your kid. It's just a game. You need to stop. No, well, my kid didn't score this week, so you're a bad coach. You should have put them there. The parents know everything. They need to tell the coach how to coach, and then when the coach tells them about positions, they have no clue about the positions. They didn't realize that their child was making a mess. Their child is being recorded to show their mistakes to the parents, and they still are in denial that their child is not perfect. I mean, oh, parents ruin it for the kids. There's a point where parents ruin it for their kids. Your child can be the best of the best at any sport, in a specific sport, but if you as the parent have a bad reputation of being a horrible parent on the sidelines, there will be coaches that will not bring your child onto the team because of you as the parent. I have seen it. I have heard it. I have lived through it. That is terrible. You're ruining your chances for your child because you don't know how to shut up on the sidelines. You don't know how to let the coach be a coach. You think you know it all. You could do a better job, and then when you're given that moment to do it, to see if you do a better job, parents are calling the original coach with complaints about that person because they yelled at the kids. They didn't coach the right way. They didn't put the right kids in the right positions. They were losing out. Why were they letting it? I mean, I give it to you. If you are a coach, if you're an assistant coach, if you are an organizer of any type of recreational sporting event for a child, like in any age, bless your heart. Let me tell you, bless your heart. I'm not directly involved in it. As you guys know, Mr. Man is involved in a lot of the community stuff. And I am like this silent helper on the side. Like today I have to go through and help him sort out certain things, but I don't say that I'm part of it. I just keep my mouth shut and help him out. But he has to vent a lot to me, you guys. And I have lived through a lot of things like where I myself have had to remove myself because it's just so bad. And I don't want to open my mouth because there has been times where people think that they don't understand them in different language, and you do. So I have to just remove myself to not say anything. But wow. I will say that I'm thankful that we are the way that we are with our kids. My kids are exciting and happy to play any sport. They are not nervous, anxious children, have panic attacks, have anxiety attacks, have social anxiety because of the way we are showing them. And not saying that we're the only ones. Like there are some kids that that's already embedded in them. And there are some in my family that are that way. So, and I grew up with them, so I know. But I feel like also the environment you put your child in and how you are to your child can also affect your child. You don't realize that you might be molding your child to be a certain way with the words that you use. And some parents are really going to hate themselves when their kids get older because they're going to hold a grudge against them because of what they say to them and what pressure they put on them. And it's so sad. It really is. It breaks my heart to see these girls cry. It breaks my heart to see them frustrated and annoyed for something they're supposed to be having fun with. I don't get it. Let kids be kids. I'm going to put lashes on, you guys. These are the Red Cherry in Ivy. I don't know. I haven't worn lashes in like 3 weeks and I was dying to wear them, so we're going to do it today. This is so sticky. So that's where my life has been for the last 3 weeks. We only have 2 more games as far as soccer goes, but they do have a tournament coming up and it's not a finale. What is it called? You guys, Mr. Man has played soccer since he was 3 and I still don't know the lingo. What is it called? Tournament? A cup tournament? I think that's what it is. A cup tournament. Where if we win, we're number 1 in all of South Jersey. In this division, I guess. In this club. I don't know. But we've been traveling all over South Jersey. And then if we don't, we're 2nd place. And the team that we're supposed to play is really tough. They're good. So that's where we're at with that. The little man is also playing soccer. And he's also getting into little man. Boy, and I will tell you, boys are different from girls. Girls are very catty. Girls are very gossipy. They're very cliquey. They're very, well, if you're a girl, you know what I mean. I can tell you that growing up, I didn't have many girlfriends. I had more boyfriends, not boyfriends, boyfriends that I did girlfriends because I have never been the type that likes the cattiness. I can't handle the girls that are two-faced. I just can't do it. I don't want to waste my time, energy. And boys are so much more fun to like hang out with. They're just chill, relax. And then the girls would not like me because the guys would always flock to me. And not because in an attractive way, but they would just like to hang with me because I was one of the guys. So, and yeah, some of them ended up liking me, but I never dated them. There was a few girls that hated me for that because they liked the guy. And then the guy ended up liking me, and it wasn't even my fault. I was just being me. But I never dated them. Nope. High school, I told you guys I never had a boyfriend because I didn't want to deal with the drama. The same group of girls that I was friends with high school, I still am friends with them till this day. And there's about 3 or 4. No, yeah, 3 or 4. One of them we're always talking. The other one had moved further away. We still talk, but we're not as often. But I don't have many girlfriends. And now, I only have like 2 friends in the neighborhood that are girls. The rest are all the husbands that come over and talk to Mr. Man. So I end up being friends with them too. Yeah, so I'm just happy that I have a boy to hang out with, whatever sport he does, because boys are just chill. They want to play the sport. They want to win. They're fun, but they're not like a girl. And my youngest, I'm using my lip liner that I'm panning. I think that, I don't know where I stopped because my camera stopped recording. I guess I went past the 30 minutes. Little Miss is going to be like me though. She's very like, right now her friends are boys. The little boy down the street, the little boy next door, like those are the kids that she hangs out with. She always hangs out with her brother too. Not that she doesn't hang out with her sister. She loves her sister to death. But she's like me. She gets along. She's very like upfront and blunt to the point kind of thing. That's how I am. I just don't like to beat around the bush. I've never been that way. Just tell me how it is and we can move on. I'm going to use Matte Honey Love. Oh, MAC, not Matte Honey Love. So I have a feeling she's going to be like me, where she's going to be hanging out with the guys. And the girls are not going to be too fond of that. I always found, too, that a bunch of girls, whenever I would always be competitive with me. It's just, like, nonsense. Like, they needed to be competitive. The last time that happened to me was a wedding. A wedding in 2014. I was part of a wedding party. And I had no clue that this girl was competing with me until my husband told me, did you know that she just said that she's trying to compete with you? And I'm like, no, I'm just here eating. Like, what am I competing with? I don't know. Yeah. She was very competitive and I had no idea because I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. Look, my thing fell off. There, let's just fix it. I'm going to use this lip gloss. So I just don't have many girlfriends in real life. And it's not like I don't want girlfriends, because I do enjoy a woman's company. It's just that sometimes I get like that person that just starts to nitpick at everything, and I'm very chill. I'm very relaxed. I didn't even put earrings on today. What is wrong with me? Alrighty, guys. What do you guys think? I kind of like it. That's what I was going for. Let me see. What is he doing down there? I could hear him in the garage. It's very pretty. I do dig it. Look at that. Let me get some earrings on. I'll be right back. All right, you guys. That's it. That's all she wrote. There was more that I wanted to say, but my camera seems to not want to continue with it. So I like the look. It really came out. This is what I was hoping for. And I also like this one with browns or coppers. It's so pretty. I love this pigment thing. It's just beautiful. It gives a look something different. And I'm going to keep this out because I think I want to use this more. This is still good. The quality is still good on this. It just shocks me at under 20 bucks. And this is still such a good palette to use. Doesn't go bad if you take care of your stuff. So anyway, guys, that's all I have to say today. I'm going to try to do these now more often now that I no longer have allergies. You guys can see I am back to normal. Yay. So I want to do more of these, you guys. If there's any topics you guys want me to talk about, let me know. Just gonna hang out here. Now I'm gonna go help Mr. Man with the pavilion because he has issues with that, doing it on his own. He doesn't know how to read instructions. Does your husband also, or your significant other, put on Siri maps, the maps? She tells you turn left and he's like, no, I should go straight. And she's like, turn left 500 feet, and he's still questioning her. That's my husband. So I gotta go read the instructions because he questions also instructions. He clearly sees the picture that you're supposed to put A and B together with a screw, but he questions it. Well, what about C? Could I try C in there instead? Drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. The man drives me nuts. So that's what I'm going to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I hope that you guys enjoyed my therapy session. That's it. Never fails. Never fails. All right, guys. I'll put more videos on the screen for you to enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys probably on a Monday with a new video. All right, guys. Bye.